The power of silent hustle is not a myth, it's a reality. It's the understanding that true strength, lasting success, and profound impact are not built on noise and fanfare, but on the consistent, dedicated, and often unseen effort poured into our goals. It's about choosing action over empty words, discipline over fleeting motivation, and inner strength over external validation. Embrace the silence, master your hustle, and let your life be the resounding testament to the power within you. They say talk is cheap. Never heard that? It's more than just a saying, it's a truth etched in the very fabric of reality. Think about it for a second. This world, it's drowning in words, a constant, relentless barrage of opinions, promises, pronouncements, and pronouncements of promises. Everyone's got something to say, a grand declaration to make, a vision to paint with the brush of their tongue. They fill the airwaves, the timelines, the conversations with their voices, each vying for attention, for validation, for a moment in the spotlight. But strip away the noise, peel back the layers of rhetoric, and what are you left with? Often, just echoes, empty promises hanging in the air, unfulfilled potential, and a whole lot of, well, talk. Words in and of themselves are weightless. They are sounds, vibrations, fleeting moments of air expelled from your, easy to conjure, effortless to release. You can spin tales, weave narratives, and paint illusions with the sheer dexterity of language. You can promise the moon and the stars, vow to move mountains, and declare yourself the champion of all you survey. But unless those words are anchored to something tangible, something real, they are just that, words. Ephemeral wisps that vanish as quickly as they are uttered, leaving behind no lasting impact, no concrete change. Now let's talk about action. Action, that's a different beast altogether. Action is sweat. Action is grit. Action is the relentless, often unseen effort poured into the crucible of creation. Action is the early mornings when the world is still asleep and the late nights when everyone else has surrendered to rest. Action is the consistent, unwavering dedication to your craft, your goal, your vision. Even when doubt whispers insidious lies in your ear, even when obstacles loom like insurmountable walls, even when the path ahead seems shrouded in uncertainty and fatigue threatens to consume you. Action is the quiet hum of the engine working tirelessly behind the scenes, while talk is the loud, attention-seeking horn blaring for recognition. Action is the planting of seeds, the nurturing of growth, the patient tending of the garden, while talk is merely describing the harvest you intend to reap without ever breaking ground. Action is the sculptor's chisel, chipping away at the unyielding stone, revealing the masterpiece within, while talk is simply sketching the idea on a napkin and proclaiming it a finished work. Consider the architect who boasts of grand designs, yet never lays a single brick. Compare him to the builder, silent and focused, brick by brick, day after day, constructing a towering edifice that stands as a testament to unwavering commitment. Who leaves a more lasting legacy? Whose contribution resonates with true power? It's not the one who talked the loudest, but the one who worked the hardest, the one whose actions sculpted reality into something tangible, something enduring. Real power, the kind that shifts paradigms and leaves an indelible mark on the world. It doesn't reside in the volume of your voice, but in the weight of your deeds. It's not about seeking applause or clamoring for validation. It's about the quiet satisfaction of knowing you poured your heart and soul into something, that you pushed yourself beyond your perceived limits, that you transformed aspiration into achievement through sheer, unwavering effort. Let your work be the roar, your results the resounding echo. Let your success be the undeniable symphony conducted in the quiet chambers of dedication, orchestrated by the silent hustle that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. Let your actions be the testament, the irrefutable evidence of your power, your potential, and your unwavering commitment to the path you have chosen. In the end, it's not the talk that will be remembered, but the tangible impact of your actions, the silent force that reshapes the world, one dedicated step at a time. Let's talk about motivation. It's a seductive whisper, isn't it? A fleeting spark that ignites within you, promising boundless energy, unwavering focus, and effortless progress. It's that surge of adrenaline that makes you believe you can conquer the world, that makes any challenge seem surmountable, any goal attainable. You feel it in those moments of inspiration, those flashes of clarity, those days when you wake up ready to seize the day and dominate. But here's the hard truth, the cold, unvarnished reality. Motivation is a liar. A beautiful, intoxicating liar, but a liar nonetheless. Motivation is fickle. It's like the weather, constantly shifting, unpredictable and utterly unreliable. One day it's sunshine and clear skies, you're brimming with enthusiasm, ready to run through walls. The next day it's a downpour of doubt, a storm of inertia, and the very thought of taking a step forward feels like climbing a mountain. You chase after motivation, you rely on it to fuel your journey, and you'll find yourself stranded in the desert when it inevitably evaporates, leaving you parched and directionless. That's where discipline steps in. Discipline isn't a feeling, it's a muscle. It's not a spark, it's a fire that you tend day in and day out, regardless of the weather, regardless of your mood, regardless of the seductive whispers of procrastination. Discipline is the quiet, unwavering commitment to your goals, even when that initial burst of motivation has long faded. It's the ability to show up, to put in the work, to push through the resistance, especially when every fiber of your being is screaming for you to stop, to rest, to give in to the easy allure of comfort. Think of it like this. Motivation is the match that lights the fire, but discipline is the logs you stack, the bellows you pump, the constant tending that keeps that fire burning bright and strong through the long cold nights and the scorching heat of the day. Motivation might get you started, it might give you that initial push, but discipline is what carries you across the finish line. It's the unshakable foundation upon which true, lasting achievement is built. Discipline is not about grand gestures or dramatic pronouncements. It's about the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make every single day. It's about setting your alarm for dawn, even when the warmth of your bed beckons you to stay. It's about choosing the healthy meal when your cravings scream for instant gratification. It's about saying no to distractions, to the endless scroll, to the fleeting pleasures that derail your focus and dilute your purpose. It's about the relentless, grinding work that nobody sees, the sacrifices you make in silence, the unwavering commitment to the process, not just the outcome. Discipline is not glamorous, it's not exciting, it's often tedious, repetitive, and demanding. It's the unsexy, unglamorous grind that separates those who merely dream from those who actually do. It's the quiet fortitude that allows you to persevere when the path gets steep, when the obstacles loom large, when the finish line seems impossibly distant. It's the inner strength that whispers, keep going, when every external voice and even your own internal doubts are urging you to quit. So, don't chase the fleeting ghost of motivation. Instead, cultivate the unwavering power of discipline. Forge it in the fires of commitment, temper it with resilience, and wield it as your most potent weapon in the pursuit of your dreams. Because in the end, it's not motivation that defines your success, it's the unwavering discipline that carries you through long after the initial spark has faded, that truly shapes your destiny. Let's be clear about something right from the start. Nobody ever built anything worthwhile on a smooth sea. You hear folks talk about overnight success, about things just falling into place, about paths paved with gold and lined with roses. Don't you believe it? That's a fairy tale they sell to keep you complacent, to keep you from truly striving, truly pushing, truly understanding what it takes to get anywhere meaningful in this life. The truth, the raw, unadulterated truth, is that the road to anything worthwhile is paved with struggle. See, life ain't some gentle stroll through a garden, it's a battlefield. It's a climb up a mountain face, jagged rocks under your boots, wind whipping in your face, doubt gnawing at your resolve. You will stumble, you will fall, you will get bruised, battered, and maybe even broken. That's not a maybe, that's a guarantee. The question isn't if you'll face hardship, it's how you'll face it. Will you crumble under the pressure? Will you whine and complain and surrender to the first sign of resistance? Or will you stand tall, grit your teeth, and push back? This notion that success should be easy, that it should come without pain, without sacrifice, without struggle, it's poison. It weakens you. It makes you soft. It robs you of the very resilience you need to navigate the real world. The world that doesn't hand out trophies for participation. The world that rewards grit, determination, and the unwavering will to overcome. Struggle isn't the enemy. It's the training ground. It's the fire that forges steel. It's the storm that roots the mighty oak. Don't run from the challenges. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Because it's in those moments of struggle, when you're pushed to your absolute limit, when you feel like you can't take another step, that you truly discover what you're made of. It's in those moments that you build character, that you forge resilience, that you unearth a strength you never knew you possessed. The easy path, it leads nowhere worthwhile. The comfortable life, It breeds complacency and weakness. It's the struggle, the fight, the climb that shapes you, melds you, and ultimately defines you. Embrace the struggle, for it is in the heart of the battle that true victory is won. Not just over external obstacles, but over your own limitations, your own doubts, and your own fears. They talk about muscles, about physical prowess, about outward displays of force. They glorify the roar, the flexing, the visible signs of power. But let me tell you something they often forget. Something that's far more potent, far more enduring than any show of external might. True strength, real power, it ain't on the surface. It's buried deep within. It's the quiet fortress you build inside yourself, brick by brick, experience by experience. That, my friends, is inner strength. And that's the kind of power that truly moves mountains. See, the world throws a lot at you. It tests you, it pushes you, it tries to break you. External strength, that can only take you so far. Muscles can tire, bravado can crumble, and outward confidence can shatter under pressure. But inner strength, that's the bedrock. That's the unshakable foundation that remains standing even when the storms rage, even when the world around you seems to be collapsing. It's the resilience that whispers, I can, when every voice around you and even the doubts within you scream, you can. Inner strength isn't about shouting louder, it's about listening closer. Listening to that quiet voice within, that unwavering core of belief in yourself, in your purpose, in your capacity to overcome. It's about cultivating a spirit that refuses to be defeated, a will that bends but never breaks, a heart that keeps beating even when it's been bruised and battered by the battles of life. It's not something you're born with, it's something you forge, refine, and strengthen through every challenge you face, every obstacle you conquer, every time you choose to rise again after you've been knocked down. Think of it like the roots of a mighty tree. You see the branches reaching for the sky, the trunk standing tall and proud. That's the outward display, the visible strength. But the real power, the true source of its resilience, lies hidden beneath the surface, in the intricate network of roots that anchor it deep within the earth. Those roots withstand the fiercest winds, the most torrential storms, the shifting sands of time. That's inner strength. It's unseen, often unacknowledged, but it's the very essence of enduring power. So don't get caught up in the superficial displays of strength. Don't chase fleeting validation or outward recognition. Instead, turn your focus inward. Cultivate that quiet fortress within yourself. Build your inner strength brick by brick, with every act of courage, every moment of perseverance, every time you choose to stand tall in the face of adversity. Because in the end, it's not the muscles you flex or the words you shout that will define you. It's the unwavering strength you cultivate within, the quiet power that allows you to weather any storm and emerge, not unscathed, but undeniably stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever before. They chase the spotlight, don't they? They crave the roar of the crowd, the flash of the cameras, the fleeting taste of fame. They build their houses on sand, on the shifting tides of public opinion, on the fickle winds of fortune. And when the storm comes, and it always does, those houses crumble. They're left with nothing but echoes, wondering where it all went wrong. Don't be like them. Don't chase the mirage of external glory. Stay grounded, stay rooted. That's where true strength lies, in the quiet humility of knowing who you are and what truly matters. See, the applause fades, the headlines disappear, the accolades gather dust on a shelf. These things, they are temporary. They are fleeting moments in time. They don't define you. They don't sustain you. If you build your foundation on external validation, you're building on shifting sands. You'll be forever chasing the next fleeting moment of praise, forever dependent on the fickle opinions of others, forever vulnerable to the inevitable ebb and flow of public favor. True fulfillment, real satisfaction, it doesn't come from the cheers of the crowd. It comes from within. It comes from the quiet pride you feel knowing you poured your heart and soul into something, knowing you stayed true to your path, knowing you honored your craft. Regardless of whether anyone was watching, regardless of whether anyone was applauding, it's about finding joy in the process, in the dedication to the work itself, in the constant striving for excellence, not for the fleeting rewards that might come along the way. Humility isn't weakness, it's strength. It's the understanding that you are a part of something larger than yourself, that your journey is a continuous learning process, that there is always more to learn, always more to grow, always more to become. It's about keeping your ego in check, staying grounded in your values, and never forgetting the hard work and dedication that brought you to where you are. It's about remembering where you came from and staying true to the principles that guide you even when the world tries to pull you in a million different directions. So let them chase the spotlight, let them clamor for attention. You stay grounded, keep your feet firmly planted on the earth. Let your focus be on the work, on the craft, on becoming the best version of yourself, not for the accolades, not for the applause, but for the quiet satisfaction of knowing you gave it your all, you stayed true to yourself, and you built something real, something lasting, something that resonates with integrity and purpose, regardless of the fleeting opinions of the world around you. They want you to believe in the quick fix, don't they? The overnight sensation, the instant millionaire, the viral moment that changes everything in a blink. They sell you dreams wrapped in shiny paper, promises of effortless success, of instant gratification. But let me tell you something about dreams. Real dreams, the ones that truly matter, they ain't built overnight. They are marathons, not sprints. And if you're chasing the quick win, you're already losing the long game. See, this world, it's obsessed with speed, instant results, immediate feedback, the constant craving for now. But true, lasting success, it operates on a different timeline. It demands patience. It requires unwavering commitment over the long haul. It's about planting seeds today, knowing you might not see the harvest for months, for years, even decades. It's about understanding that the most magnificent trees, the ones that stand tall and weather the storms, they didn't sprout overnight. They grew slowly, steadily, patiently, year after year, season after season, developing deep roots that anchor them to the earth and give them the strength to endure. This journey you're on, whatever it may be, it's not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon. There will be moments of exhilaration, moments where you feel like you're flying, where progress seems effortless, but there will also be stretches of grueling terrain, uphill climbs that test your limits, moments where doubt creeps in and whispers insidious lies in your ear, telling you to quit, to give up, to settle for less. It's in those moments when the finish line seems impossibly distant, when fatigue threatens to consume you, that your long-term vision becomes your lifeline. You have to see beyond the immediate obstacles, beyond the temporary setbacks, beyond the fleeting frustrations. You have to keep your eyes fixed on the horizon, on the ultimate goal, on the vision that ignited your passion in the first place. That long-term vision, that's your compass, your guide, your unwavering North Star that keeps you oriented, keeps you moving forward, even when the path ahead seems shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. Patience isn't passive waiting. Patience is active persistence. It's about working diligently, consistently, day after day, knowing that the rewards may not be immediate, but trusting that they will come if you stay the course, if you remain committed to the long game. It's about understanding that true mastery takes time, that real impact requires sustained effort, that lasting legacies are built brick by brick, over years of unwavering dedication. So, don't get discouraged by the slow progress. Don't be seduced by the allure of instant gratification. Embrace the long game, cultivate patience, stay focused on your vision, keep working, keep grinding, keep learning, keep growing, because true success, the kind that truly matters,